Nearly 1 month since a Norfolk Southern train carrying toxic chemicals derailed in Ohio, when people living in East Palestine and surrounding areas say they are still getting sick. The stories are concerning health problems that just do not seem to improve. Correspondent Markie Martin is on the ground in Ohio. Markie, the EPA director was in town yesterday. Governor DeWine today. But you spoke with families who are dealing with this nightmare each and every day.
Yeah, that's right, Nichole. Governor DeWine and his wife were here, boots on the ground all day long in East Palestine. They visited multiple sites, including the site where that train derailed. And local families tell me that while they're glad that East Palestine is not yet a ghost town, they're not quite understanding why what they're hearing and what they're feeling are two very different things. They say that officials giving the all clear on safety inspections doesn't quite align with the ongoing symptoms that they're still experiencing.
Governor Mike DeWine and Ohio's First Lady in East Palestine Wednesday, touring the toxic train crash site for themselves.
Are you working the piles out then?
The couple also walked Leslie Run, a now contaminated creek that Ohio EPA is in the process of sediment washing.
That's what we've said all along at Ohio EPA, that we know the contamination was here immediately.
By the time they're done, they think it'll be 30,000 truckloads. I mean, think of that.
It was Governor DeWine's first time to see what many locals now call ground zero.
When you first see where the train wreck was, I think you can kind of have some visualization of what the firemen and women who were first responded to that. I mean, I have great admiration for them.
This week, the EPA saying their tests have shown the drinking water and breathing to be safe. But locals telling NewsNation, if that's the case, why are they still having symptoms?
Around my nose, I have a constant burning. It's the best way I can describe is if you've ever cut up hot peppers and you rubbed your nose after you cut up hot pepper. That's basically what I've had.
Darren Gamble and his wife Stella lived less than a mile from the train tracks. This was the video he took the night of the derailment. Nearly a month later, their children and grandchildren are severely sick.
My two granddaughters, they're twins, they're 13 years old. Their doctor wrote on their medical reports that they had chemical burns to their throats and their skin. My daughter, written on her medical report that she had chemical bronchitis.
And here's the medical report for their son's fiance. It reads, contact dermatitis due to chemicals. The Gambles are inside the so-called danger zone. But what about those on the outside?
I don't want to deal with cancer just because of somebody's negligence.
We met up with Janine Evans, who lives 4 miles down the road in Negley.
Now, is it usual for a general health district truck to be driving through here?
No.
Her property is flanked by the creek and train tracks. On February 3rd, she watched that black cloud come over her hills. She hasn't felt well for a month.
Did you say you also had nosebleeds, or did I?
Yeah, my nose is all like raw on the inside. And I thought at first it was like sinuses. It's weird. My face was itching.
She says neighboring communities feel like the forgotten. No financial assistance, no door knock from the EPA, and she's part of a group that plans to sue.
I'm not worried about whether or not I get anything. I just want to make sure that I don't want my water ruined. I don't want cancer. I mean, I don't want any of this stuff, because all the money in the world ain't going to take that away. And if you ruin the water, what do you have?
And that health truck that we saw rolling through Janine's neighborhood, we went up to that crew and I asked, does your presence here today have anything to do with the train derailment and the aftermath? They simply said no comment. And then just moments ago, Nichole, the Federal Railroad Administration just announced that starting today, they are kicking off a nationwide investigation into railways that are carrying trains that carry hazardous materials. That starts right here in East Palestine. Nichole.
And she was so right. I mean, if you run out of water, what do you have? All right. Thank you, Markie. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.